So in this video, I wanted to cover my top comfort sneakers for 2022, and this is for summertime / vacation. This is going to be a pretty crazy list. There's a ton of stuff that's already available, and a couple of these things that are going to be coming out soon that I'm predicting should be in that comfort list because of the previous version. So let's go ahead and get into this top 10. What's going on, guys? Hess here. Hopefully you're having a good day out there. If you guys are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. And if you guys do enjoy this video at the end, maybe drop a like on the video. A runner up for me before I start the 10 is Crocs. I mean, just Crocs clogs. Personally, I would go the Pollux version of the Crocs clogs. That is the Salehi Bembury collaboration. That's super fire that I can't get my hands on because everybody keeps buying them and they sell out instantly. But any which way, super fire. But Crocs clogs in general are very comfortable. To be honest, it's something that you can just throw on easy to go. I wear them to the beach when I go to the quick trip to the coast and stuff with the family. It gives me a little toe protection, as well as it's just light, breathable, and squishy. Great on feet. But that is a runner-up. If you guys are interested in buying any of the products that I'm going to be talking about in this video, I will link them in the description. Now, caveat to that, some of the products are not available as of now of me recording this video, but they will be through the year. So check the links in the description if you're interested. Number 10 spot, though, we're going to go with the Brooks Glycerin GTS 19. They offer a DNA loft midsole, which is pretty soft, but honestly has a slower compression. It's kind of like memory foamish on your feet, so it doesn't have a spring back or a bounce back as quick. In my opinion, it's kind of more like a slow compression. At the end of the day, it's a nice, well-built model, and I believe they have a 20 coming out pretty soon as well. But these ones are about 150. You can find some of them on sale for as low as, I think, 120. But a great all-around pair of sneakers. But it's funny because a lot of the moms and dads around my area actually wear Brooks sneakers. They do have a lot of good stability to them as well. They're not as squishy as I personally prefer, but obviously they're tried and true and something that a lot of people appreciate. But number 10 spot on my list goes to the Brooks. Number 9 spot on my list goes to Reebok Floatride X. Now, this is a new model. Now, I don't know if I have the review up yet. It will be on my channel soon if it's not. But the Floatride X from Reebok is actually pretty nice. Now, Floatride in general is actually, in my opinion, one of the most underappreciated sneaker cushioning technologies on the market. I probably don't appreciate it as much as I should. It's soft, it's pretty squishy, it's responsive, an all-around good product on feet, and the upper on this X is really breathable as well. I've tried one of the other Floatride models from the past, and it was actually pretty decent as well. So I figured I'd give it an update, give it a new try a couple years later, and it's still good. It's not like the best on the market in my opinion, but it's still very, very good. And it's one of those things, like I've said a million times, like TVs. You have a 4K TV with whatever refresh rate from one brand to the next, it's going to be, all of them are going to be good. Your eyes are going to appreciate you getting 4K over the tube that you used to have maybe when you were a kid, if you're my age. At the end of the day, same as all these running sneakers, the technologies are good. They're not the best, and it's all depending on your feet and what your preferences are and what day it is. Some days I prefer something firmer on feet. Some days I want something ultra max cushion on feet, so it just depends. But this one has a nice squishy feel. I went true to size. It fits me just right. Same as with the Brooks, and in fact all of these sneakers I'm going to be talking about for the most part fit me true to size unless I specify otherwise. But a great option in my opinion, just a little bit higher price, so maybe some people might not like that. Floatride X runs about $170, I think, $180, and if that's a little bit out of your budget, try the Floatride Energy 3s. Those are the equivalent to the ones I tried in the past, and not bad for like 110 bucks. Number 8 spot on my list goes to the Under Armour Flow Velociti Wind 2. It's a mouthful, but honestly, this midsole on this shoe is something that I keep wanting to go back to. Got these initially, I was like, yeah, they're decent. They're not bad. They're not my favorite. But then I'm like, oh, dude, I want to wear those shoes again. The midsole in them is not the softest and squishiest on the market, but the way that they created it is pretty awesome because it's actually just a full-on midsole outsole, so they don't have a separate outsole. They're pretty lightweight, they're very breathable, they look pretty cool as well, something I really like the style of. Including mostly because of the upper. It's just that one-piece flow midsole, but it's really actually a comfortable pair of sneakers. $160 for the V2. The V1 is a lot cheaper. If you guys are interested in those ones, I'll link both of them in the description. But honestly, it's a pretty nice pair of sneakers though, and one you could just wear daily. It's not too soft, it's not too firm, it's not too heavy, it's not too light. It's kind of like a good mix of everything. So definitely something I would consider. If you hear the snoring in the background, I have a pug that sleeps in my room all the time. She's an old lady and she won't leave me be, and she'll just pop my door if I leave her, so I have to just let her snore in the room. It's very distracting because she's like right here when I'm working, but anyway, the things we have to do when we're working on these videos. Anyway, number 7 spot, we have another shoe that I keep going back to, and it's the On Running Cloud X, and this is not again, the most soft, squishy model out there, but there's something about the ground feel of the Cloud X that I just really like. In fact, these shoes actually just stay in my garage because it's one of those shoes that I just like to throw on my feet when I'm just running around. It's something that doesn't have like the craziest soft, squishy feel underfoot, but it feels like natural when I'm walking around, even though you could see the columns kind of collapse a little bit. It's just lower profile to the ground, as well as the lower collar on the shoe. It sits like under my ankle a little bit, so it's like a really low profile experience on my feet. But it's a pair that I really enjoy wearing, and honestly, I want to try more from On. If you guys have recommendations of a softer, squishier feel of On, leave a comment. But honestly, just the overall, the ground feel, heel-toe transition, and everything in the On Cloud, it's something that I've seen a lot of people wear on vacation. And if you guys have a pair of them, leave a comment, let other people know what you guys feel is good or bad about this product or any of the ones that are on my countdown. And the retail is about $140 on these, and again, true to size for my personal taste. They do fit a little bit snug, but honestly, it feels right with the ground feel of these sneakers. Number 6 spot on my countdown is going to go to a pair of sneakers that I actually haven't tried yet. Is that bad? I feel like that's bad, but there's a reason for it. So it's the Saucony Triumph 19s. Now I have tried a pair of these before. This is the Endorphin Speed, and it's a really good shoe. It's very lightweight, and the material is really nice, soft, squishy on the midsole. It's basically kind of like an alternate Adidas Boost, but a little bit lighter. Really, really good stuff, honestly. So I know the technology is something I really like. However, I haven't found the perfect model to demonstrate the technology in, I guess, the way that I would want to consume it. I've had the Pro version, and I haven't had the second version or the Shift. But I feel like the Triumph 19 at the $150 price point and the cushioning on that, it's going to be the one that I'm probably going to gravitate towards. I will get a pair of them. I just don't have them yet. But I wanted to throw in the countdown because it's a newer model of one that looks really good. I know this is one that I've enjoyed in the past, so I figured I would try one of the other ones. But if you guys have other recommendations for Saucony sneakers of things that you think I would like, leave a comment and let me know, because I'm definitely curious to see. So here we go to the top 5 of the countdown. And honestly, I could have just done these top 5 because these are the ones that I really, really like the best out of everything that I've talked about so far. Number 5 spot, though, goes to the Hoka Clifton 8/9, whenever the 9 ends up coming out. The Hoka Clifton series has been one of my favorites for the last handful of years. It's definitely one of the best cushioned pair of sneakers out there. So I actually went to Hawaii earlier the year with my parents. They didn't have comfortable shoes when we went. I was so bummed. My dad was literally wearing dress shoes out to the pool. I'm like, what are you doing, Dad? I'm like, come on, man. So after we got back from Hawaii, I ended up getting my parents Hoka Clifton 8s, and they absolutely love them. Every single time they come over, they're wearing them. They keep telling me how great they are on feet. They're just super comfortable. It's something they can walk around in and be excited to actually throw on their feet. And my parents are pretty old, but definitely one of those models that even somebody like myself, middle-aged, I appreciate those sneakers as well. They're very comfortable. Good amount of balance on the midsole as well. You don't feel like you're going to fall over your ankle, even though the stack height is pretty high. They're pretty lightweight. They're pretty breathable. Really great option for that $140 range. If you don't want to spend $140 though, the $120 option is actually really good as well. The Rincon, which is one that I have not tried until recently. I was really blown away on how incredibly comfortable that one was. I still prefer the look of the Clifton and the feel of the Clifton, but the Rincon is a great option for that $20 less price point. But Hoka makes some really good models. Those are the two that I've tried that I really liked. So definitely earned the top 5 spot on this countdown. Number 4 spot goes to the ASICS Gel Nimbus 24 and the Novablast 2/3. I hate to keep throwing multiple models at you guys, but honestly, some of these brands are making incredible things. And depending on your foot, you might want to try both of them. So if you want something softer, squishier on feet, and a little bit cheaper, the Novablast 2/3 when it comes out is going to be amazing. I think the 3 is going to be my absolute favorite because it includes the same midsole technology as the Nimbus 24. The Nimbus has FF Blast Plus. It's softer, squishier, lighter. It's actually really, really amazing on feet. That's why right now between the two, the Nimbus 24 is better in my opinion. Even though the midsole stack is smaller than the Novablast, I prefer the feel of it to the Novablast. However, when the Novablast 3 comes out, even though it's a cheaper price point, I feel like that's going to be my go-to. So stay tuned to the channel. When they do come out, I will do a review on them. It's something I'm really excited to get, but I wanted to get this video out there since summer's already started. Unfortunately, some of these brands are a little bit late to the game with their releases. But Novablast 3 and then the Nimbus 24, man, it's amazing. The tongue on the Nimbus 24 is unreal. It's so good. Very comfortable midsole. Gel is embedded in the forefoot and the heel of the shoe, as well as the FF Blast Plus. It's just a really nice, well-made pair of sneakers, and about 150, I think 160 bucks on those ones. Number 3 spot on the list is going to go to the Adidas ULTRABOOST CLIMACOOL version. So you can go with the regular version, but honestly, I really like the CLIMACOOL version. They do have a heat-ready version as well. It seems pretty decent also, but personally, out of the two, I would go with CLIMACOOL just because it has the original styling of the tongue and everything. I just really like the overall look and feel of the original over the 21-22. I still really like the 21-22 models, But if I had to go head to head, I do like the older version, probably a little bit more than the current ones. But again, you can't really go wrong with both models. Adidas Boost in the entire midsole. The Adidas ULTRABOOST is pretty much the one that started off the comfort revolution in footwear, in my opinion. They really changed the landscape of what comfortable sneakers are and what other companies are bringing to the table. They have to bring something to compete with Adidas Boost. And although a lot of these companies have far exceeded what Adidas Boost has brought to the table, I still have to give credit to what Adidas Boost has done. And after wearing it for years and years, it's still something that I really enjoy. The ClimaCool version has the breathable vents on the side, which I do appreciate as well. So it definitely has some extra breathability there. But that ULTRABOOST midsole is something I always love to keep going back to. So the older one or the newer one, take your choice. Links in the description. Number 3 spot. Made it to the number 2 spot on the list. It's going to be a tiered answer because really it's the Nike React / Zoom X line. And there's 3 different models that I would personally prefer. Depends on what you guys are looking for. So I wanted to go over all of them. Personally, my favorite out of the 3 would be the Invincible Run 2, which has not come out yet. But the Invincible Run 1 is a very, very good shoe, $180. Most expensive of the 3, but full-length Zoom X midsole. Absolutely love the fact that they have that. But then I would also throw in the React Infinity 3 or the Infinity React Flyknit blah, blah, blah 3. Really like that model as well. It's definitely something that's tried and true. The 3rd version is really nice. Love the overall feel of those. And I did a review on those already on the channel if you guys want to check that one out. Also, if those two are priced a little bit too high at like 180, 160, then you could also go with the Pegasus 39, which is going to be coming out soon. I believe this year is not too much of a change from the previous, so it's definitely going to be something to consider and one that I will be reviewing once the 39s come out. Finally, I can't believe it's been delayed for so long, but all 3 of those are going to be good depending on the tier. The softest and squishiest on feet is going to be the Invincible Run for sure, no question, because it has Zoom X over the Nike React and the other 2 models. The most normal feeling pair of the 3 is going to be the Pegasus 39 though. Normal feeling meaning like one that you can just wear in all day, everyday wear sort of thing. But all 3 of the models honestly are really good. I would say the Invincible Run for the sake of the video, for the most comfortable and the most squishy feel. However, some people just don't want that every single day. So I throw in the other alternatives out there. And hopefully you guys like that I'm throwing some tidbits about the other ones out there instead of just giving you a straight, this is the one. Anyway, we're to the number 1 spot. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please drop a like on the video. I also did another video for top 10 sneakers that I'm really excited to wear this summer, ones that are not comfort sneakers. So Jordans and Dunks and stuff like that. If you want to check out that video, check out the link in the description or on my channel. But number 1 spot goes to, I know you guys have been missing it, but we have the New Balance Fresh Foam X 1080 V12. It's the newest version of the Fresh Foam X line with the 1080, and I absolutely love this model. The overall look, feel, and everything about the 1080 V11 and 12 I absolutely love. So it shouldn't be too much of a surprise that the V12 is the number 1 spot on my countdown. I will throw in the caveat though, if you're looking for something a little bit lighter, a little bit softer and squishier, a little bit cheaper, the better option is the Fuel Cell Rebel V3, which is not quite out yet. I have the Rebel V2, which is absolutely amazing. I'm assuming the V3 is going to be just as amazing, so I wanted to throw it out. They also do have a Super Comp version that has a max cushion look to it as well, like a trainer, and I absolutely can't wait to try those. Hopefully when those ones come out, I will have reviews on the channel by then. So again, check back on the channel because I think both of those ones are going to take over comfort sneakers by the end of the year, my top 10 choices. But anyway, the 1080 V12 Fresh Foam X midsole, the ground feels really, really good. The upper is breathable. The way these shoes feel, heel-toe transition for me is just super good. Something that I wear on a regular basis and just really love. So number 1 spot for me for sure, New Balance 1080 V12, and I believe they're $160 or so. I'll link them again in the description. They've released at least 6 different colorways for you guys to choose from. I just get the white and the black colorway. Personally, it's the one I like the best. But if you want something a little bit more flashy, they have other colorways available out there as well. And then the Fuel Cell Rebel V3, I believe it's probably around that 135-ish price point range. And I have high hopes and dreams for that model. I've seen some of the running reviews, and a lot of people say that they're everything we're hoping for because the V2 was so good that the V3 is going to be just really good as well. Anyways, that's my top 10 list. Leave a comment, let me know, what did I miss? What did I get right? Co-sign with the ones you guys agree with in the comment section. Have an argument if you need to in the comment section as well, ones that you disagree with. But this is my personal list of comfort sneakers for 2022. For summertime as well as for vacation. But again, everybody's feet are different. Some people think that Chuck Taylors are extremely comfortable. So at the end of the day, I'm not saying that my definition of comfort has to match your definition. This is just my personal opinion. Feel free to leave yours in the comment section below. Again, any of the items you guys want to buy, links in the description. Appreciate you all for stopping by and watching. Have a good rest of the day. Hopefully we'll see you back on the channel again very soon. All right, peace guys.